Hello and welcome to High Impact Tuesdays. My name is Frank Lavinia, and you can catch me at the following URLs: franksworld.com, datadriven.tv, and impactquantum.com. There's a space in there, shouldn't be. My name is Frank Lavinia. I already said that. Um, Perhaps I should get myself some coffee. But one of the things I'm so proud of today is that obviously I spent the weekend and last night getting the studio back together so I can produce great quality content. The impact of moving, we didn't really plan on moving. We just saw a deal we couldn't resist. And so kind of was like that. And it happened so fast. And I finally got most of my stuff set up here at the new house, and it was so if you're listening to this, I run two podcasts with a third kind of in the waiting in the wings. Obviously, if you're a data driven listener, then you kind of know that we've been in the middle of moving. Moving is a lot of work. I never moved with kids before, and kids and all their stuff. If you're watching this in the live feed, you see how my Remember the Can't T-shirt from The Expanse. And the interesting thing is that I don't know where I was going with that, but if you're listening to this as part of Impact Quantum, know that there is still fine content in the works. If you've been following impactquantum.com, the blog, then you know that the posts have kind of trickled off. franksworld.com itself, the posts have kind of, well, now they're back, but last month there was 55 posts per month, which for me is kind of low. Usually I hit at least triple digits, with the exception of like 1 month a year. Last year was kind of chaos, and this year the move was chaos too. On the upside, though, the content management system that I built, Dingo, I made some modifications to it, so I was actually able to. I can basically run it in batch mode now, whereas before it was kind of one off. So that's actually pretty useful. I was able to find about a dozen stories and post them at franksworld.com pretty quickly. Same for Impact Quantum. I just haven't had the chance to go through that, which I will do today. Today, actually, this is being recorded on May 24th, 2022, about a week shy of the birthday of Data Driven. So look for some cool content related around that. And the other thing I was going to say was hopefully, we'll have the third podcast out, which will be about the metaverse and VR and AR and Web 3.0, kind of all up. I think it should really be the content, the target content for that, with it more of a focus on VR, not so much NFTs and stuff, because that market has effectively crashed. Actually, today I'm recording a bunch of videos for Red Hat, so which reminds me, I put the fedora in the background. So I haven't found a real good place for the fedora, actually. So let me know in the comments below if you think of some. But the impact of moving was something I grossly underestimated. I had anticipated we'd be kind of moved out by the 1st of May, but that didn't happen at all. In fact, we're about 90% moved out now. So moving is an adventure, and it's had a great deal of impact in a good way and bad way. I mean, it's definitely put a crimp into my content publishing schedule, but it's also an opportunity to make the content publishing tool better. Right now, it basically runs on client device, and it doesn't run in the cloud, which actually caused a problem because I didn't have any PCs or laptops at the time. It didn't run. I never tried to get it running on Linux because my personal laptop was Linux. I finally did break down and install Windows. I'm going to set it up on dual boot, but ultimately, kind of the plan is to convert it into some kind of cloud-based service. Whether I rewrite that in Python, whether I port that to Azure Functions or AWS Lambda, I've not decided yet. One big problem I did have to fix was kind of how the async calls didn't really match up the way I thought. Didn't behave the way I thought it would, or sometimes doesn't behave consistently. So even though they can make the syntax around asynchronous programming easier with async await, that pattern and stuff like that, you're still dealing with things going off in different directions. So I might just port the whole dang thing to Python. That way I can run a Python script just about anywhere on Linux, Windows, Mac. Yes, I do have a Mac right here. Let's see if I can tilt the camera. And yep, that is my Mac I use for Apple Motion, because there are some stuff and templates there that just do not work anywhere else. But ultimately, what you see behind me is going to be the whiteboard, maybe the green screen. I'll have like a shutter thing where I can kind of pull it down. Still working on kind of the details of that. Moving is a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, which I hadn't moved in 14, 15 years. So you kind of forget. And that was all BC, before children. So it's quite a different experience with moving with kids. But other than that, just want to let you know that both Impact Quantum, DataDriven.tv are still very active podcasts. Andy and I are working on getting guests scheduled for both, actually. So if you know someone who wants to talk about data science, data engineering, AI, hit us up. If you know someone who wants to talk about quantum computing, feel free to have them reach out at whatever platform you're on. And also that goes for Web 3.0 or the metaverse, as it were. And there's definitely some interesting stuff in that space. I mentioned this on a previous stream, but part of the new house, unfortunately, so we have, it's actually a 4-level house, which is pretty cool. I never had that before. And the 4th level was completely empty because no one wanted to carry boxes up there. So when we ran out of space in the garage and everywhere else we were stuffing boxes, the space no longer exists. But I basically had an entire level on the top floor. So it was empty. So while it was empty, I put on the Oculus and basically traced out, you can trace out a boundary that you can walk around. And it was awesome being able to have probably about maybe, I don't know, I haven't measured it, but a fairly sizable space. Let's just say 1,500 square feet where you can walk around in VR. It was the closest thing to a holodeck I had ever experienced. Holodeck being from Star Trek: The Next Generation, where you basically create these virtual environments. So it was really cool being able to do that, and that got me excited about virtual reality again. Virtual reality and I have had this kind of love-hate relationship, or not so much love-hate, more warm and cold. There's definitely been times I've been notifications. I should have done them. So if you're listening to this, just know that there are other podcasts coming, other episodes of your favorite shows, of course, Data Driven, of course, Impact Quantum, and also a new show that'll be out soon about Metaverse. Still working on the branding and the name. I have the name. It's Metaverse Mavens. You can definitely check it out. And the cool thing is I have it all tied in with Dingo, which I can push content to all 3 of those as a blog. And if you want to know more about Dingo, hit me up on social media or LinkedIn or wherever you're watching this video. And that's all I've got for now. Hopefully you're having a great day. And soon, DataDriven.tv will be 5 years old. Yep, can't believe it either. You have a great day.